course. We got a lot to talk about. What's going on with y'all, man? Let the people know, man. They ain't seen y'all in a long time. They can see me just doing shit. So what's been going on with y'all, man? I know what's been going on, but you tell the people what's going on besides winning championships and shit like that.
Clap it up for that
No
KVL.
doubt.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Paco model on that coaching staff.
No doubt, man.
Big Cal.
Yes. Los.
Hey, good stuff.
Coach Cal.
I want to, before you even going on this, I want to walk back a foolish statement that I made. Probably buzzed up, but just thinking it like boxing. So I used to say, I might have said it in front of y'all and said, man, take your show on the road, all that shit. Let me just go ahead and do it myself. Okay? Because no, for real, now that you think about it, why would you do that? Mm-hmm. Why would you go to another team and give them the sauce?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I am going to keep my fucking foot on your neck every goddamn season. That's what I'm going to do. And it's your job to get the sauce off of me.
Right.
That's what I'm going to do.
No doubt.
So let me just walk that back real quick.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to. Why would I give this the sauce?
Right.
I'm going to keep my foot on your neck every season, and it's your job to get my foot off your neck.
Right. I know I like smoky sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I like the smoky sauce myself.
Hey, I like the
sauce.
We'll get the sauce in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? But you know, I try to use it as a boxing analogy, but that's not the same. It's not the same.
Right.
It's your job to keep. It's their job to take kids off your square. If I'm winning every year, it's on you to come up with the prescriptions and antidotes to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not my job to come to you to make your fucking program better because you suck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know
Bottom line. You know. But as far as me, man, while I've been apart and missing here from the scene, you know, I've been taking care of the family, been doing some work stuff, you know, winning some championships. You know, I'm really geeked up about that just for the simple fact I want to give a shout out to the KVL League. Man, they're doing their thing over there, man. They got a great program for the kids. And I'm just glad to be a part of it, man. That was my first championship. This is my 6th year here. You know what I mean? So it was a big thing for me. You know, some coaches don't get to even experience that. But it was fortunate that I got to be a part of that. You know, the kids are great. They become a part of your family as well. And besides that, that's all I've been doing, man. Working with these kids, giving back to community in every little kind of way that I can. So
with time, that's what's up.
No doubt.
With time,
you know. I mean, I can piggyback off that because that's what I've been doing too.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Work, family, you know what I mean? You know.
I'm going to say it like this before we get into the new stuff. Is there any old stuff that y'all just wanted to say, you know what? I wish I was in the pod right now. Because I want to talk about this right now in long form. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything old. It's like, it might be water under the bridge. It might be anything. Me and Rocky was talking a little bit about that wire before you stepped in.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like any other story or something that maybe you didn't get a chance to. You said, man, I wish I was at the pod right now. I would give them 20 minutes of my fucking time. I tell everybody to shut their mics off because I'm going in.
No doubt.
On this, whether it be the Steelers ain't acting right, the staff, whatever. You don't like your defense. Somebody should get fired. Somebody should get hired.
Mm-hmm. To me, as far as the Steelers, oh man, I think it's our coaching staff up there in the Steeler Nation. I think some of the coaching staff is like we're hired on just because of people that were known. You know, or a family member, or because there's just certain, like, okay, let me get right to it. The offensive coordinator, I think he's doing a terrible job. I think he was hired on a whim because it's somebody that Mike Tomlin knew, personal close friend, and I just think we could be doing better there. I don't think it's necessarily. I hear everybody saying it's this player, it's that player. I mean, we got good players. I really believe right now, even though we're in a rebuilding situation, we got the players. It's just the coaches the coaching that we need to get it together. You got to get them boys together.
You know what I'm saying? I agree. We have a bad offensive coordinator. And I'm not even know if I can necessarily say he's bad, but he's bad. Like, I mean, it was crazy because during that game the other night, right, they caught the defense that was playing against our offense, right? So we got a decent run. The run was like 9 yards, right? And the camera and the microphone on the camera caught one of the play, and I heard it right away. One of the players say from the other team, "Come on, dog! They running the same thing every time." You know what I mean? And you can hear it, and I heard it right away, and I'm like, "Damn!" Because that's what everybody keeps saying. Like it's so predictable. You know what they're doing. They're doing the same thing every time, and then like ESPN played it.
Right.
People picked up on it and played it. Like it, you know.
It is true.
You know what I'm saying? So he is killing us. But I do say, like, we have one of the highest paid defenses in the league, and sometimes they come up short. When I mean, recently they've been playing very well. I'll give them that because you know what I mean, like. You know, the play call, we talked about that. But
right.
Sometimes some of them guys over there got to make a play, man. And we already know what the offense coordinator is about, so we know the offense is deficient. But when you are paying top dollar for the defense, like I said, they have one of the highest payrolls in the league on their defense. You know what I mean? You expect them to play in and out in a close game. They have to come up with a stop. Recently, last couple games, they have, you know what I mean, they gave up some big points.
As far as the defense is concerned, I think some of our players on there are very injury prone. It just seems like it's the same players that are getting injured,
right?
For whatever cause it may be. It's the same players, and they're big players,
right?
You know, players that make a difference on that field, right?
Because I would say like this, I can, from what I do follow football, like I wasn't really expecting to hear this from you gentlemen because from like the things that I've heard prior, that Steelers are not going to be doing good this year. We're rebuilding. You understand what I'm saying? And it's going to be what it's going to be. We're probably going to be the 6 and 16. You know, we're probably going to be a little bit under 50%. You know what I'm saying? But give us 2 or 3 years, we're going to be back to the thing. But
this is the thing.
You guys are giving me a more insight saying it's coaching and everything like that.
Well, no, this is what it is though, Smoke. Like, we understand, like it is kind of a rebuild year, but when you watch them, they compete, like they're good enough to win these games, and then like you said, the lack of coaching on the offensive side of the ball seems to be a problem.
So you're saying basically they're kind of underachieving from the talent they have. They could probably be coached to be like, even though you're rebuilding, it's like you can make lemonade out of these guys.
We can't go 4 and out. I mean, you can't keep going 4 and out and keeping that defense
it's a joke with me.
It's
an inside joke, but it's the truth. I'm like, Steelers got good scouting. They can get somebody from DeVry, and they'll end up being the best middle linebacker in the damn league.
It could be.
So it's like,
it's one of them things, man, and what people don't understand, and it's crazy because you can see the maturation, and you can look at it and tell that, you know, I feel like Kenny Pickett's going to be a good quarterback. You can just see he has command of the offense. You can see he's a leader. You know what I mean? but we was spoiled, man. You know what I mean? We had 15, 16 years with a Hall of Fame quarterback. So deficiencies was always cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're coming in with a rookie quarterback in a different scenario. Like when Ben was a rookie, he won
every game when he came off the bench his first year.
That's what I mean.
But straight from college. And he was on the winning. He was on a winning streak from college.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when he came in, there wasn't no question about the defense. They had the number one defense in the league.
That's when like Greg Lloyd and all the guys are still there.
They had a fucking top-notch offensive line.
Right.
They had Hines Ward. They had Bettis. You know what I mean? So he just came onto a team that was already a playoff team. Now they just need a quarterback that can, like Tommy Maddox was. He was,
Charlie
you know what I mean?
He
one game he'll
mediocre.
be big, but you know he's gonna make that big mistake. And Ben turned to be that guy that
came in and took over the team and became the leader of the team.
And then he did that for 15 years.
Yeah.
Like even we got the leader, but he's a rookie right now. But he doesn't, like when Ben came, he didn't have to be the leader. He just had to play his part
because he had a team.
You know what I'm saying? He
already.
was
he had
like put it this way. When you went to Chauncey's, this is just when you went to Chauncey's, he was riding there with Plexico Burress. You know what I mean? He was the cool old brother. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to be the leader. He developed into that. He had all that around him.
He came into a machine already.
He came into a mature.
The only thing you had to do is keep it oiled.
He came into
a whole brand new car.
Yes, he came into a mature look. He came into a mature team.
Right.
Like the team that Kenny Pickett's coming in, that's a young ass team, young ass receivers, young ass running back. Pretty much the defense is pretty young. I mean, you got Cam, who's the leader, but it's young. The team is young. You know what I mean? So it's a difference.
Right.
So the coaching on that offensive side really matters right now.
It does.
It does because you need that young quarterback. The league is so different now. You need that coaching that is innovative and is going to break down every play of that quarterback and have play to his strength on every play. You know what I mean? That's what you have to have nowadays with these young players. Look at Philadelphia. That's what they did. They designed all that shit towards Hurts.
Yeah.
And look what they're doing.
Yeah.
They designed all that.
Right.
Look, okay, this is who we got.
Right.
We're gonna design and look what they're doing.
Just one more thing on the Pittsburgh Steelers thing before we move along is that on defense we have probably I could say this a million times and not fret about saying we have one of the best defenses in the league, dude. Players is where they're gonna be, you know what I mean? But if they staying on that field, they're gonna get tired. They're gonna wear down. This is where the offensive side got to come in, keep that defense, let them get freshened up some. We can't keep going one and done, and they're right back on the field.
It don't matter how good your players are on that offensive side. If you can't fool the defense as an offensive coordinator. It's the NFL.
That's
dog.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, like you're saying, like Kenny Pickett's a rookie quarterback. This is how deep the NFL is. The NFL, like, they're gonna go back. They're pulling all. You wouldn't be surprised if they got a video coordinator to go pulls his high school film to find his tendencies.
Right.
That's how deep it is. That's why you see, like, you got these nerdy ass coaches now. Go look at the coach for Miami.
Like a stat guy, you know.
Dog. Just Google his name. Just Google him right now. The head coach of Miami. Just wait till you see the pictures, bro. Revenge of the Nerds. And you know what? That's what he was. He was like a play coordinator. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what he did. And he studied under really good coaches.
Right.
And he just became
so. And he's considered like a genius. Look how he's playing with Tua.
Yeah.
He is playing. He broke down Tua, knows everything about him, and he is playing to his strengths. And this guy looks like might be the best quarterback in the league.
Mike McDonald.
What does he look like? What does he look like, Smoke?
Straight nerd stuff.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke. He's a superstar right now, Smoke.
Got his hair parted and everything.
He's a superstar right now. You know what I mean?
He does his homework.
Right
that's where the nerdy part comes in.
That's
he
what
does
we
his
need.
homework.
There's one of those guys somewhere. Like he got a guy somewhere probably that's trying to be him, breaking down film and shit. That's who we need to go get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck if he's 30.
I mean, I could spin that conversation somewhere else, but I want to keep it here.
Right. No,
I want to keep it in sports because you're a coach basketball, right? Do you have any early predictions of what you're going to do this year?
Yeah.
Tell them with you know, I know what you coach, but tell them like what grades and whatever.
Yeah, high school basketball. I'm assistant head coach under Corey Smith. Yes, tap.
Yeah.
Corey,
shout out.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell of an article they wrote up about that guy this week.
Another great organization.
Hell of an article.
He's a hell of a coach. When he's that dude. He's that dude without the glasses, though. You know what I mean? he knows his shit. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I had the blessings on the basketball side coming up, coaching under him and Greg. You know, they two different coaches. Like I said,
shout out to cousin Greg.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Like I said, Smitty, he's definitely like he has that mindset. Like he has everything broke down. You know what I mean? He has a counter for everything. And he's like that with football too, coaching. He
because I read that article in the newspaper, and it was a good article. It was definitely inspiring. Yeah. Read that article about Corey. I wanted him to coach me after the shit. Like I was like, yo, because like the talking points, and he sounded it was motivating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, at the end of the day, if this man can take this team to the championship, you know what I'm saying? So I'm asking Kris, you know, what are their chances of trying to hopefully going to the championships, because the article they wrote about Corey was amazing. Like he had all the little talk, not all the. I don't want to say talking points because it's not. Like all the quotes that he used and they took, because it's probably, you know how they edit it, just like they edit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they took out certain parts that was like, if I was being coached by him, he would make me want to win.
Right.
Like, you know, it was that motivating. I want to win. Like I want to get him this championship. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Love to see him go ahead and grab that thing.
Absolutely. That would be dope.